Okay. If someone can let me know how I do that thing where I can switch the camera so the words show instead of being backwards, it shows proper for you guys, that would be great. Anyways, welcome back to Divine Light with Sunshine. I'm excited for today's reading because uh, the day that you are watching this is a very powerful day for manifestations. So, whatever you've been praying about, whatever you've been wanting to manifest, think about one thing in particular. And we're going to see in regards to a timeline to get you a little bit of an idea. So basically, one thing, just think of one wish or prayer that you want to manifest with the energy today. And we're going to see what timeline comes up for you. So for those of you who don't know, it does take around 24 to 48 hours for the description for the timeline to be, timestamps to be down in the description. But I do have the order. I'll be doing the signs in the description box below, so you at least know when your sign's coming up. So we're going to start with Aries today. So for Aries, for the one thing that they're praying about, that they're trying to manifest today, can we get a timeline? When can they expect this to manifest? The one major wish that they have today. So we have here in divine timing. So with the divine timing card coming up, Aries, what I feel for this is the universe is saying that thing that you're trying to bring in, that prayer that you are working on manifesting today, there is still a part for you to have to tap into the feeling of it. Yes, you've already been doing the words and you've been asking for this thing, but you haven't tapped into the feeling as of yet. And when you're able to tap into that feeling, then that's when this is going to come in faster. So what I mean by that is, say, example, you wanted a car. You can sit there all day and say, oh, I manifest a car, I want a car, but get into more details of what kind of car is it? How does the leather feel when you have your hand around, the steering wheel? How does the seats feel? How do you feel when you're inside that car? What color is it? Is it a 2-door? Is it, 4 doors? Get more into the embodiment of when you're imagining it, where you can smell the air when the windows are down. You can feel the textures of different things that are in the car. What are the things that you would buy to put in the car? So any way that you can embody the energy where you can feel like it's physically here, that's how this is going to manifest faster for you. Okay, Aries? So we're going to move on to the next sign. So the one thing that Sagittarius is trying to manifest with today's energy, what would be the timeline? So the major thing that they are trying to manifest, one thing, what is going to come in for them? Can we get an exact timing for Sagittarius for that major wish that they have today? So remember, this is going to be the major thing, the one thing that you strongly want to manifest for Sagittarius. Can we get a timeline? Okay, so it's in progress now. Okay, so what I like about this owl is you have got a lot of information and a lot of wisdom from this thing that you're trying to manifest, Sagittarius. And what I feel like with this card is, it is actually closer than you think. Okay, you're doing the right steps. You're doing the right thing. Keep embodying that energy. Keep living in that vibration, because this manifestation, this thing that you want and you've been praying for, is very, very close. Keep holding on. Keep going through this path. Okay, you're almost there. So let's move on to Leo. For the one thing that Leo is trying to manifest, that they're focusing their energy on, the major thing, what is the exact timeline for Leo? The one thing that Leo is trying to manifest, what is the timing for Leo? So we have here coming out is in March. Now we just finished March. And And I feel like this thing that's coming in, I want to get a little bit of more details because there was a couple cards that came out. We have here in winter and a long time. So this thing that you've been trying to manifest, I feel as if it's been a while. You're like, when is this going to come in? Why is this taking so long? Can we get a better timeline for them? For Leo, I'm looking for a more precise timeline for this thing that they are trying to manifest. So this feels like it is something you've been waiting on for a while, like I said before. So we have here in December coming through. Now, before you did have the winter card that showed up. So I do feel like in the winter months, this is going to manifest really strong for you, okay? So this might not be the timeline you've been looking for, but it is in the works. So keep holding on strong, okay, Leos? So let's go into Taurus. For the one thing that Taurus is trying to manifest, can we get an exact timeline for the major thing that Taurus wants to manifest? What is the timeline for Taurus? Wow. Okay, Taurus. So you got the sooner than expected. And even look at that. That is a rocket. So this thing is coming in very, very, very fast for you. And if I'm not mistaken, the last live that I did for you, Taurus, there was a fast energy that was coming through. So this thing that you've been working on is very, very close. It's almost like you can feel this energy of it. I always want to say like you can taste it. I don't know if this is a food or something, but whatever this thing is, Taurus, that you're trying to manifest and you've been focusing on, really get precise on your prayers today. Use the energy of the universe, this powerful manifestation energy that's going on right now, to bring this in faster, because you're just going to blink, you're going to wake up and be boom. It's there. Like, that's how fast it is coming in for you. So I love that news for you, Taurus. So let's move on to Geminis. For this one thing that Geminis are trying to bring in, that they're trying to manifest, can we get a timeline for the Geminis? For the one major thing that they are trying to manifest, can we get a timeline for Geminis? Okay, so a couple of cards did show up, but I'm going to take just the top one. And it says, it says in a few weeks, Geminis. Okay, so this thing that you're focusing on manifest, do not waste this opportunity today to use this energy to keep drawing it and keep embodying it, because in a few weeks, this thing that you truly want and you're embodying that feeling is coming in for you. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so in a few weeks, this could be, I mean, I'm seeing 3 and I'm seeing 4 when it comes to a few weeks. So just keep that in mind. Keep embodying that energy. Keep being in it, because this manifestation is on its way for you. Okay, so we're going to move on to Cancer. So for the one thing that Cancer is trying to manifest, the major thing that Cancer is trying to manifest, can we get a timeline for Cancer's manifestation? So we got here, it's up to you, Cancer. Okay, so what I feel from this card and this energy is the fact of, there seems to be a moment when you're like, yes, this is coming in. And then there's a moment when you're like, no, I don't want it. Or no, it's not coming in. There seems to be a back and forth energy. And I feel like this card is saying it's up to you, because you have to tap into the vibration of what you want. If you go back and forth and 1 second you have a negative thought and one second you have a positive, that's kind of contradicting and canceling out your manifestation. So today, get really precise on what is it that I want and use the energy today to manifest this closer to you. Because this card coming out means that there's something in your vibration that is stopping it. And there's also something in your vibration that's longing for it at the same time. So you want to make sure that you're very precise on knowing that you can have this so that you can draw it in faster. Okay. We're going to move on to the next sign, which is Virgos. So for the Virgo gang, let's see for the one thing that you're trying to manifest and bring in, what is the timeline for Virgos? For the major thing that they are trying to manifest, what is the timeline for Virgos? So looking for a timeline for the Virgos. Okay, so we have here in autumn. Okay, so this is around the fall time. This thing that you've been focusing on manifesting, that's when it's going to come in. That's when you're going to start to see all the efforts and everything you've been putting in. That's when this is going to start to blossom, which is a good time for you to have this energy. I feel like the road that you're on right now to get to this autumn season is really good because it's helping you embody the energy. So when this comes in, it stays. It's not like it's going to be something that pops in and then pops back out. There's a staying energy. So the universe is currently building your abilities to be able to hold on to this thing that you're manifesting. So autumn is your timeline. Okay. We're going to move on to Libra. So let's see for the Libras, the thing that they're trying to manifest and bring in currently with them. What is the timeline that wants to come through for Libras? We have here May coming out. Okay, this card feels so beautiful and so light. Libras, whatever it is that you've been focusing on, keep embodying that energy. Use today to make sure that this does come through for you, because May is right around the corner. You are very, very, very close to seeing this blossom, seeing this bloom. This thing that you want really badly is coming through for May. So let's move on to the next sign, which is Scorpios. So for the Scorpio gang, what is the timeline for their manifestation? The thing that they are praying about. What does Scorpio need to know? Okay. So we have here within a few months, within 3 months. And we also have here January. So you have 2 cards coming in. So I wanted it to just be one manifestation, one prayer, but it seems as if there might have been 2 things that you've been focusing on. Now, if this is just one particular prayer, it could be just a matter of you're going to start seeing results or start seeing movement, and then it fully manifests by time this. But if it's 2 things, these are the 2 timelines that are coming through for you. So use the energy today to really bring this in faster, but understand that the manifestation, when you're going to start to see things move, are between these 2 timelines. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Capricorn. So for Capricorns, the one thing that they are focusing on manifesting, what is the timeline? Tell me more for Capricorn. What is the timeline for what they are trying to manifest in? So we have here at the holidays coming through. So the holiday time. Now with this It looks like this is snow in the background. So when it comes to holidays, it looks like it's going to be in the winter months that this is going to happen for you. So holiday time is when you're going to see this manifestation come in for you. So really hold on to that energy. Still use the energy today to really draw it in, but when you're going to start seeing more results is in the winter time, in the holiday time. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Aquarius. So for Aquarius, the one thing that they are trying to manifest and bring into their life, can we get a timeline for Aquarius? Okay, so we have here next full moon. Okay, so definitely embody the energy today, but with the next full moon, there, what, it's about 20 to like 30 days, roughly, if I'm not mistaken. But do your research in regards to whenever you're watching this, when the next full moon will take place, because there is something that's definitely coming in. I also feel like today there is going to be some sort of sign or indication that's going to come through to let you know that yes, this is on its way for you. Yes, you're going to have this. There's a lot of yes energy that I feel like is coming through for you, Aquarius. You have been really focusing on this manifestation and wanting it, and the universe is like, I'm granting it for you. So I love that for you. Okay, so the next sign that we're going to do is Pisces. So let's see. The one thing that Pisces is trying to manifest, the one thing that they've been embodying the most, what is the timeline for Pisces? Okay, so you got quite a bit. We're going to take just the first card, though. So we have here within a year. Now, this might have not been exactly what you wanted, but understand that there's still things that you need to learn. The fact that there's all these books and stuff, there's still a lot of things that you are learning right now. Now, this could be something in regards to maybe a course, a test, something related to school, just something related to knowledge. There's a lot of knowledge that you still need to obtain for this manifestation to come into the physical. So you do have your timeline of a year, and I know that may seem a little long, but the year is actually going to go by faster. You know, it's all about automatically going to go by anyways. Okay, so make sure that you just keep up with your studies, keep learning the information that you need, because before you know it, you're going to look up and the year is going to be done and you have this manifestation in for you. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that, guys. Many blessings. I hope all of you guys have gotten what you wished for, and keep focusing on manifesting that energy. Until next time, bye.